So in my last video on gardening on a budget, I mentioned that if you genuinely couldn't afford to buy soil to try and grow food on your windowsill, because that's where we're starting off in this series, one of the things you can do is to go to either a park or a wooded area. And what you want to find is the area that has a massive bunch of trees, and trees which are put very close together so that the area underneath them is really just leaf mulch pretty much, because that is what you're looking for. And I showed very roughly in that video what that would look like, the difference between good soil and bad soil. But I really want to make sure that this series is as in-depth as possible. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Right, so this is an area of my garden where for the last 3 years I've been making piles of leaves and just letting them break down. And also this is right next to a massive load of trees. So leaves have been falling on this area probably since before we built this house, and you can tell in the soil, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Now I've moved the leaves that were on top of this because I've moved them on top of my raised beds because I want to use that as cover for the soil, and also worms go mental underneath leaves. If you leave a layer of leaves on the ground and then you move it, even just a week later, you're going to find worms everywhere, and that's good. That means you have healthy soil, because worms are the soil builders. They are a fantastic indicator of healthy soil. And this is what good soil looks like. This is what it's going to look like. You want this kind of dark brown, crumbly soil. That's what you're looking for. And that's what you're going to find underneath a thick layer of leaves, and particularly in areas that are very, very heavily wooded, because you don't necessarily want to go somewhere where there's tons of other plants that you're going to have to dig around. You want to go somewhere where it's so densely populated with trees that there's just this layer and layer of leaves that have been breaking down for 3, 4, 10, 20 years. That's what you want to look for. You're also going to need to sterilize this for reasons that I will mention in the next video, but I will show you how to do that in the next video. For the moment, this is what you're looking for. Soil that just easily, you're not having to dig. I can even just dig it with my hands. It's so easy, but it's fluffy. It's the fluffiness that you want. That's what you're looking for in healthy soil.